The value of community connections. Community is a group of people who come together for a common reason. People may belong to several communities, some which are based on a common interest, others that are based on geography, such as a neighborhood. People within a community may be very different from one another. Being part of a community brings people together, and people will learn that it is okay to be different. Positive and regular interactions bring a community together. Just because you live in a community or attend activities in a community does not mean you are a part of the community. Are you part of a community if you never talk to your neighbor or participate in any of the events going in the community? It is the responsibility of the DSP to provide the supports a person needs to become part of the community. Sometimes people are afraid of differences or the unfamiliar. Without intentional effort to involve people with disabilities in their communities, they risk being separated from everyday life by living in segregated facilities and attending activities designed only for people with disabilities. As a DSP, you must ensure that people you support achieve ordinary community lives by helping each one get involved in activities that they want to do and find valuable. Going out to ordinary places is the first step. I have friends and family I see often. I am a part of my community. I have found groups, organizations, and social activities that interest me. Think of places you like to go, activities you like to participate in, organizations where you have memberships. What would be the potential challenges for people you support to enjoy those same experiences? How could you help the person overcome those barriers? There are 3 ways to be part of your community: presence, participation, and connection. Community presence may include doing things in the community on a regular basis and being recognized by others who attend, but not really interacting with others. If a person is not there, they are not missed. Community participation may include doing things in the community on a regular basis, knowing several people by name and having conversations with them about personal lives. The person does things at the event that others depend on, and they would be missed if they were not there on a particular day. Community connection may include a person being included in social gatherings outside of the primary connection, others recognizing and appreciating their contributions, and forming friendships that extend beyond the reason they are gathered. When a person is not there, they are missed and people ask about them. A DSP goal is to support people to be connected to their community. Community connections, what's your role? Support people individually, rather than in groups, when going to a community/neighborhood event. Step back and support the person to participate to the best of his/her ability. Do not assume that the person needs your help. Help the person locate and attend community events and activities that best reflect his/her interests and that best match what others of his/her age group seek out. Attend places on a regular basis so relationships have a chance to form. Find the gatekeeper of the group, the one who will introduce a person to members of the group. Avoid special programs or going out in large groups that only bring attention to someone's disability. This is not how most people participate in the community. Go into the bank or the restaurant instead of using drive-through windows. Encourage people to make their own purchases rather than purchasing items for them. Model what it looks like to be part of a community by being friendly and introducing yourself to others. The value of natural supports. The term natural supports refers to the resources that are already present and available to all persons in community environments. This includes family, friends, co-workers and neighbors, members of clubs or civic groups, and local merchants. Imagine for a minute what it would be like to wake up every morning knowing that the only people you will interact with all day will be those paid to be with you. This is not how most people live. Most people pay for some services and get assistance from others just because they care. It is the responsibility of DSP to find and set up flexible ways of supporting a person in community settings so he or she can develop natural relationships. The goal is to move away from dependence on paid supports and move towards supports from friends, family, and others who are genuinely interested in the person. Creative strategies must be found to support and maintain these relationships. These may include introducing the person to the organizer of the group, frequenting the same places, and including the person in conversation. Any routine, service, or activity that a person needs, wants, or enjoys should be arranged through the same resources as those used by persons without disabilities, such as the family doctor, dentist, barber, YMCA for recreation, community pool for swimming. Natural supports. What's your role? Find out who is already in a person's life, including immediate and extended family members, and encourage or facilitate continuing and deepening those relationships. Figure out where people are already providing natural support in someone's life and help this continue. As you are out and about in the community, take notice of people who show interest in getting to know the person you support. Don't be afraid to help the person meet new people, which can lead to new friendships and more support in the person's life. Also note when you meet people with similar interests as the person you support. Find a volunteer to accompany them on a specific activity in which they are both interested. Consider that the person you support may have an interest she has never had a chance to put into action, such as going to baseball games, hiking, listening to gospel music, taking a cooking class, walking around the neighborhood, and/or taking a drive in the country. The value of work. Our culture values work. It is expected that adults will work to earn money to support themselves. This value is true for people with disabilities. Additionally, we recognize that working in the community provides so much more than just a paycheck. Numerous studies have shown that people with disabilities who are working in the community report other non-monetary benefits to working. Working people believe more in their abilities. They have higher expectations of what they can accomplish, and this spreads to other areas of their lives. Working people feel more connected to the greater community. People report having a higher number of friendships with people without disabilities through work. Working people report having better health and sense of well-being than non-working people. Working people report having meaning in their lives. Being employed makes people feel that they are engaged in meaningful activities, there is a purpose to their lives. Working people make money. Many people with developmental disabilities live in or near poverty. Income from paying jobs helps supplement their resources and improves the quality of the lives they can live. Any vocational activity used to prepare for a job is beneficial, as long as it is time-limited and has as the expected outcome of an integrated, community job. An integrated, community job is defined as work providing a minimum wage or higher and related benefits in a typical work setting where the employee with a disability has the opportunity to interact with coworkers without disabilities and has an opportunity for career advancement. Employment first. Employment first is a concept that Virginia values. It means offering the option of integrated, community employment as the first choice of day activity to people entering services. If the person has no reference for choosing work, has no work experience, they should have an opportunity to do work assessments to see what it is like. Those who are not currently working should have frequent opportunities to learn about work, the types of jobs people do, and to be exposed to working people within their interest areas. Work, what's your role? Adopt the belief that everyone can work. Support a person in believing that he or she can work in the community. Talk to the person about what he or she wants to do for a job. When out in the community, talk about the tasks people are doing in their jobs. Ask if the person would like to do any of those tasks as a job. Encourage the employment team to look at a person's gifts and abilities and what they can offer an employer. Think creatively about the types of organizations and jobs that could match a person's skills and strengths. Document the type of supports a person will need to be successful on a job. Familiarize yourself with services that specialize in job development and job support. Believe in the person. Believe in his/her dreams, and be supportive if things don't go right the first time. The value of alternatives to isolating programs. With the focus on community life, there is no longer a need for specialized programs that exclude people from an ordinary or extraordinary life. Using paid supports does not mean a person with a disability has to participate in specialized programs or groups of people with similar disabilities, with little to no access to ordinary activities. Alternatives to isolating programming refers to supporting a person in natural settings, with families and friends, by providing flexible supports that work well for them. People with disabilities should live in comfortable homes in safe neighborhoods. They should have the choice to work a regular job or to engage in other typical activities that they and the community value. Alternatives to isolating programs. What's your role? Try to avoid home-like facilities in a business district or isolated from other people. If considering buying a home where you would like to live with a person with disabilities, look at nice neighborhoods which offer many opportunities for everyone to be a part of the community. Support the person to find a job with a plan for them to one day work independently or as independently as possible. Try to help the person find natural resources in the workplace, like another employee who can provide reminders, support, and encouragement. Instead of paid transportation, find someone with whom he or she can catch a ride to work. These supports are more natural. Find creative ways for people to participate in their home, work, and community. If the person can't do a particular thing, keep trying until you find something he or she can do. Remember, everyone has contributions to make to their community. It is up to us to find their talents. Click on the next link to continue the training part 4.